Vancouver Island.
Hi. I'm going to start with a poem, so if you could hold your applause to the end, that would be great. Can you hear me? Sweet. This march is for my working girls, for my twerking girls and rent boys and boy toys and all those employed in the joys of sex and passion. It's intellectual, you see, because fast money's quick, but it often ain't easy. Let's raise them up. This march is for my jerking girls. They may be clerking girls, but only in daylight. Girls with the curves, they got nerves, real legitimate entrepreneurs. And I believe they deserve to speak their stories with pride and hold their heads up high. Let's raise them up. This march is for my networking girls, for the hurting girls and the lost boys and the loved ones taken, missing friends and family, the pillars of our communities. Lost in the hustle, caught in the game, treated as prey. Let's raise them up. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the unceded territories of the Songhees and Esquimalt peoples and where we stand. In order to look back and march forward, we need to fearlessly interrogate the land we stand on, the foundations we stand on, and our history here. We need to restore, create, and recreate relationships with the Indigenous communities, center their voices, ask them what we can do, listen to the answers. So I'm from Piers. We are a by and for sex worker organization. Our table is at the back by City Hall. We believe that women are made and not born, so we stand in solidarity with trans women and trans women sex workers. I co-coordinate the drop-in center there. So we have harm reduction supplies, food, workshops, and a genuinely needed sense of community. We run an RV 7 nights a week on the stroll. We provide working people outside with umbrellas, harm reduction supplies, condoms, lunches, hot lunches, and referrals and advocacy. We have outreach through our health and housing teams and different programming and groups directed at indoor sex workers, Indigenous sex workers, trans sex workers, and that's just the tip. Check out our website, safersexwork.ca, for more information. We do amazing work. The relationship between sex work and feminism has not always been easy, but we want to change that. In fact, most of the sex workers I know are fierce feminists. I'm hopeful and excited that we can change that and to meet many more of you. Sex workers have always challenged and contributed and pushed the evolution of feminist thought. They are workers of all genders, ages, races, and a true intersectional feminism must include their voices. So I'm not going to be scared to say some hard stuff here. Sex workers are strippers, escorts, cam models, film stars, erotic masseurs. They work inside and outside. And if you look around the crowd, you just never know who may have ever been in the trade. So watch what you say. Personally, I believe that sex work can be about healing and connection, and I want to call for the destigmatization of the consensual exchange of life-improving money for life-improving intimacy. Lastly, my calls to action for peers on behalf of peers would be to get involved with sex worker-run organizations, to donate, volunteer, start a fundraiser, start an event. If you're a landlord, consider renting to us. For lay people, challenge, when you're in crowds, challenge people who speak negatively about sex workers. Speak out against the stereotypes and assumptions of victimhood. And remember that as a non-sex worker, your voice is more likely to be heard. So again, watch what you say and be careful with your speech. If you can bring up sex work in school, work, and families, and call people out when they make stripper and hooker jokes. At best, those jokes are in bad taste, and at worst, they contribute to a historical climate of violence and dehumanization of sex workers. Lastly, never out a sex worker. And if someone comes out to you as a sex worker or a stripper or an escort or a cam girl, consider the brave move they're making. Open your heart and mind and listen to their voice. I'm from Piers. Thank you so much.